on YouTube as well. So if you want to see my face, come and join me right there. I'm going to put my YouTube link at the chat. I'm going to put my YouTube link at the top, and I would love for you to come through and subscribe. Why do I want you to come through and subscribe? One, because I want you to help me, support me to change the world. And the only way I can do that is by having other people help me through. So as I come in here, I'm going to put pinned link. I'm going to click it here. And as I mentioned earlier, I am filling in for Michelle McLeod. She is pretty amazing. She has some beautiful notes. So write this down for our topic today. Are you ready for the topic? Are you ready, ready, ready? 7 tips for bouncing back. And she wrote some amazing notes. And the crazy thing is I was reading, I was like, wow, that's just like what I do in life. So mcClain.com, that is her website. Let's write that. Put that in the chat. Who can put that in the chat for me? mcClain.com. Hashtag we rise together. Do we all agree with that? Unmic, make some noise. Let me see some emojis. Do you agree that we all rise together? Yes, yes. Can I hear you? All right. Maybe no one agrees.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, folks. We all rise together. So there's a quote by J.K. Rowling. For those of you who may not be familiar with her, she is the author of the acclaimed Harry Potter series. That has become a staple in my personal journey. It says, rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. And for me, it encapsulates a powerful message about resilience, personal growth, and the transformative power of adversity. It speaks to the idea that even in our darkest moments, there's an opportunity for redemption and a chance to emerge stronger and wiser. Perhaps you're here today because you feel like you've hit rock bottom. Has anyone hit rock bottom? I know I've hit rock bottom at one point in my life. I don't believe in coincidences. My own life has demonstrated to me to the 9th degree that God is always on time. And if you found your way into this room, into this space, on my Facebook, on my LinkedIn, wherever you are, and you're hearing my voice today, I can assure you that this is exactly where you're supposed to be. In life, we all face moments where it seems as if we're hitting ground bottom. It's crumbling. Life is crumbling away. Things are horrible, leaving us stranded in a desolate place that I refer to as rock bottom. Can I hear rock bottom in the building? Anyone say rock bottom?
Rock bottom.
Yes. For me, for Michelle McClain, it happened in 2016 with the suicide of her husband. For me, 2016, the murder of my son. What was it for you? Would anyone like to unmic and share when they felt they hit rock bottom in life? I would love to hear if anyone wants to share. If not,
2013 for me, when I had major back surgery and had difficulty walking out of the hospital with a walker.
Major back surgery. So can you imagine one day you're walking around and the next day you have to use a walker? Wow. Anyone else? Anyone else want to share when they hit rock bottom?
This is Jessica with the blue background. Becoming legally blind.
Ooh, these are major things, people. Wow. See, I can't understand. I mean, I've had little setbacks for myself, like when I hurt my leg, death of someone else, that's different, but for yourself, like legally blind, not blonde, Lord, legally blind, not being able to walk, those are massive. So those are hitting rock bottom. Yeah, that's a traumedy. Yes. And a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. We all go through these at some point in our life. And I believe a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. It happens to everyone. And when it does, life-changing experiences occur. Yes, Jess? Okay, let's continue with Michelle's wonderful notes here. So perhaps you've hit rock bottom and you said, why me? Why me? And as we said, it was her husband's death, my son's death, whatever it was for you. And it seemed like every corner that happened in the first year for her was something new. I was hit with one devastating blow after the next. You know how they say bad things come in 3, right? Well, she lived that times and over again. And if you've experienced it, then you know what rock bottom is. It's a rare and powerful state where hope feels like a distant memory, and despair threatens to consume every fiber of your being. Whether it's grappling with an addiction or the aftermath of a shattered relationship, a career setback, a financial crisis, a personal failure, we can oftentimes be left questioning our worth and our purpose. For some of us here today, we have been crippled by this kind of tragedy, loss, or turmoil that seem almost incomprehensible. But in the midst of our darkest moments, I truly, truly believe that God finds a way to use our pain for our purpose. And when we dig deep within, we are able to find a glimmer of possibility, a chance to rise, a chance to rebuild, and the bounce back strength that we have inside of us. Now, bouncing back is not an easy thing, right? Anyone agree with me? Bouncing back can be kind of hard, right? Bouncing back from rock bottom is not a journey for the faint hearted. If you're weak, don't even try. Just give up right now. You have to be strong. You have to have that mindset. It requires resilience, determination, and a willingness to face our deepest fears. I hope you can hear me because I see the red bar on the bottom. Face our deepest fears and vulnerabilities. It's a process that demands introspection, self-compassion, and the courage to ask for help. It's about learning from our past experiences, setting realistic goals, and nurturing our physical and mental well-being. We know how important it is. Your mental, your physical, your self-care, so important. And above all, it's about embracing the transformative power of growth and cultivating a mindset that sees adversity as a stepping stone towards a brighter future. Now, this morning, I want to delve into 7 actionable steps, something that's going to click right away. And again, I'm Stars Tina. I'm covering for mcClain. She came up with all this content, so give her the accolades. I'm just talking for her all through the dark times and propel us towards a path of recovery and resilience. Now, these 7 steps here, once I get to that page, it all begins with your mindset. I always say that. Now, the first one, if someone can write this in the chat for me and help me out, embrace self-compassion and acceptance. When you hit rock bottom, it's crucial to practice self-compassion and acceptance. Acknowledge that everyone goes through difficult times and that it's okay to feel down. Treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and forgiveness. Accepting your circumstances allows you to start rebuilding from a place of self-love rather than self-judgment. A life experience, going through a painful breakup. That's an example right there. Anyone ever go through a painful breakup? Oh my gosh, I have the marks on my wrist for proof because I just couldn't accept it. I was a child, I was young. When a relationship ends, it's natural to feel devastated and blame yourself. Embracing self-compassion means acknowledging that heartbreak is a part of life and that it's okay to grieve instead of dwelling on the self-criticism. Practice self-acceptance. Practice self-acceptance and remind yourself that you deserve love and happiness. I'm talking about embracing self-compassion and acceptance. Would anyone like to unmic, share their comments, thoughts about this topic here, embracing self-compassion? I would love to hear from you.
Hey, this is Jessica. Something I would say to this about acceptance and self-compassion is eventually getting through the blame and judgment around the thing or the big 3 that has happened. Because in that, sometimes that's the hardest part, is we think we did something to cause it or it's our fault. And in part of the acceptance journey is learning that maybe we did contribute in some ways, or maybe we didn't at all.
Yes.
But it's accepting that part of it.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And that was Jessica. Let me make sure I'm following you, Jessica. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Jessica. Okay. Number 2. And today we're talking about 7 tips for rebuilding after rock bottom. We're all going to hit rock bottom at some time, but you can lift yourself up. Number 2, seek support from loved ones or a support group. I hear some people say, well, I don't have any friends. My family doesn't support me. It's okay. Because you know what? Our Lord God Almighty has equipped the world with champions, with people that can help you. So go to a support group. Get out of your house. Get on the internet. Facebook has so many groups. Surrounding yourself with a strong support system is essential during tough times. Reach out to your family, friends, or even support groups who can offer empathy, guidance, and encouragement. Sharing your burdens and seeking advice from those who care about you can provide a valuable perspective and remind you that you are not alone. A life experience could be losing a job. I don't know about you, but every time I lost a job, I got freaking motivated, okay? Now, the first time this happened to me, I wasn't really that motivated because it was my son's senior year of high school. And the only thing I could think about was prom, graduation, like I'm needing all this money, and I started freaking. But guess what? God made it happen. God made it wonderful. So for some people, losing a job can be detrimental because that's all they have. Think about someone who's been on a job for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. And then in the blink of an eye, you're fired. You're laid off. You're no longer there. That life that you know of every day is gone. So you feel as if you're losing a bit of yourself. Can anyone tap in on the Seek support from loved ones or support network? Would love to hear from you on mic.
Hey, Tina, it's Trisha. This is a big one for me. I believe in community support collaboration. Always searching for that community support. I believe in it. I believe in groups and just getting out there and just getting support from community. I think it's a big thing. I think that when you collaborate with other people that understand where you're coming from, it's just a big, powerful thing.
So good. So good. Thank you, Trisha. We love Trisha. Number 3, reflect and learn from the experience. I'm going to repeat that again because I need to hear it. Reflect and learn from the experience. Please write that in the chat for me, somebody. Use rock bottom as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. Take time to analyze the factors that led to your current situation. Identify any patterns or behaviors that contributed to it and determine what you can do differently going forward. This process of introspection helps you gain insights and develop strategies to prevent similar pitfalls in the future. Now, before I continue what she has here, this is so important because I don't know about you, but I love, okay, I'm not going to say love, but I get motivated when things aren't going too good in my life because I'm like, okay, give me more bad stuff. Give me more bad stuff because I know when that scale pops, it's going to be amazing. Look at how my year is ending. I've got my book out. I've got my podcast. I did a TV show with Araya. I have an amazing tribe of people here. It's just an abundance of things going on. But guess what? There were some hardships that came with that. A lot of people say, oh, I wish I had what you had, Tina. I wish. Okay, do you want to wish all the crap that I've gone through? Because I don't even think some of you can handle a day in a life of Tina. No way. I was telling my daughter the other day, I was like, some of my clients are like, I'm your daughter. And she says they couldn't handle it, Ma, because I was extremely tough on my daughter. And it's funny, she wanted me to find a photo. Yesterday I was on Facebook for like 3 hours. Her brother, she was extremely close to her brother, and she was freaking the other day because she couldn't find a photo of the two of them. I'm like, I'm going to find it. I'm not stopping till I find it. I went through my entire Facebook page. I went through her Facebook page, his Facebook page. I could not find the photo. But then I saw so many pictures. If you look at my Facebook, my Instagram, you see like all these photos. I saw them. And I say that to say is reflecting on what you have to look back to push yourself forward. I lost my train of thought, but you kind of get an idea what I'm talking about. Reflecting and learning from your experiences. Oh, she was saying they couldn't handle. Oh, okay. I remember what I was going to say, guys. When she was a child, I don't believe in sickness. You're not sick. I would send her to school. You're not sick. The school would call me, Miss Wilson, your daughter has a fever. She's sick. I'm like, okay, maybe she's sick. And I was looking at photos because I had a modeling company and I would always do photo shoots. And it was 3 times in her career where I had to force her to work because she was sick. It was a photo shoot and you see her in the photo shoot and she just looks miserable. And she's like, I was just tired. And there was another one, it was a music video and she was just like, I'm tired. And I'm laughing because she pushed through. Another one was a dance workshop and I just made her, you got to do it. Because if you can push through when you're feeling at your worst, when you're amazing, you're going to do even better. So that's my example of reflecting and learning from your experiences. Anyone want to tap in on that topic, reflecting and learning from your experiences?
Yeah, this this is Rick here.
Hey there. Happy day.
Yeah. So for me, I'm an immigrant entrepreneur. So I moved to the U.S. From India back in 2010 for my undergrad, and then after that, I started my own company when I was 21. And I don't know what it is about entrepreneurship, but a lot of it is just a lot of really quick. Like, they always say that the highs are high, the lows are low, and the lows are exceptionally low. But also, you need to really get good at this process of like, okay, hey, this thing broke. This went like belly up, went terribly. What did I learn? Let's pick up the pieces and do it again. And so the cycle of that has to get shorter and shorter every time for you to succeed. So, like, for me, like a post-mortem, like doing a post-mortem of anything, even if it's a good thing, honestly, right? Like, you can learn from a good thing, but especially you should be learning from a bad thing, like, or something that really didn't go your way, because you'll know, hey, what are the things I could have changed in that? What are the things that were completely out of my control, right? And then you realize, like, okay, the things I could have changed, I should learn to change, and the things that were out of my control, I should learn to accept. Which is like super important. Yeah.
That was fire. That was fire. Thank you so much for adding value. And if you're listening, come up on stage. I love to hear from everyone. We've got a couple more. Michelle did great with her notes, and I'm going to send them over to Ramon so that they can be in bwcdaily.com. Number 4 is set small, achievable goals. When you're at rock bottom, set realistic goals is a crucial thing for rebuilding your life. Don't set these huge things. I'm going to start a podcast. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to change the world. Start small, like maybe getting up an hour earlier, maybe getting up 30 minutes earlier, maybe drinking more water, something smaller. Break down your larger objectives into smaller ones. So important. Manageable steps. These smaller goals serve as milestones and give you a sense of accomplishment as you progress. And by celebrating each achievement, you build momentum and regain confidence in your abilities. You're like, yes, I did this. So struggling with personal finances, that's an example she gave. When facing financial difficulties, setting small, achievable goals is crucial. Instead of overwhelming yourself with the goal of becoming debt-free overnight, break it down into manageable steps. For example, set a goal to create a budget. Save a specific amount each month. It could be $20, $30, or seek financial advice from a professional. Celebrating these milestones along the way keeps you motivated and helps you regain control in your financial situation. When I was in church on Sunday, they were talking about how they give they're giving boxes of food to people for the holidays. And I remember when I was raising my children, we got a box of food right before Thanksgiving. And we were so happy. We're like, yeah! And I remember every other month, our cell phones would be turned off because the bill wasn't paid. And I remember the first year our cell phones were never turned off because I paid the bill on time. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Every month, my bank account would be negative somehow. I'd get some kind of fee. I'd be going to the bank. Can you please waive this? Can you please waive that? Remember the first year that didn't happen. I was like, yes! I felt like a champion. So when it comes to your finances, set small goals. Maybe you have an account where they take out $5 a week, $5 a month, and you feel so much better after this. I was listening to someone this morning and they were saying, yeah, such and such wants to borrow $20,000. And I was listening. I was like, oh my God, can you imagine how much? Okay, maybe I'm just thinking, it's not that big of a deal that you're able to just give. Here you go, 20,000. When do you want it back? Whenever you can have it. That is just a great feeling. All right, I got to move quick because I'm running out of time. Number five, take care of your physical and mental well-being. Prioritize self-care to restore your physical and mental health. Engage in activities to promote wellness, such as regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep. Additionally, consider incorporating mindfulness practice like meditation or journaling to manage stress and foster a positive mindset. Taking care of yourself holistically creates a solid foundation for that bounce back. We all want to bounce, right? Bounce back, right? Life experience, dealing with excessive stress, Now, I'm that type of person. I'm never going to claim the stress. I'm going to be like, nope, I'm not stressful. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. But it's going on inside my body. I could be stressed about my daughter living in California. She's all the way over there. I could be stressed about my book coming out. I could be stressed about this, stressed about that. But I'm not saying, but my body knows, right? Stress is a common experience that can take a toll on both physical and mental health. And to combat strength, prioritize your self-care activities such as exercise, healthy eating, adequate rest. Now, as I look at this right here, I do this like this is a high priority for me. Exercise, I automatically wake up. I'm like, okay, what am I doing? It's just natural. Healthy eating, same thing. Rest. No one knows to mess with my rest. So that is just a natural for me. Engaging in activities you enjoy, such as hobbies of taking a walk in the park, can also provide much needed mental break. My daughter said to me, she's like, Mom, please go to the spa for your birthday. Please, please, please. And I'm like, it's a waste of money, but I'm probably going to do it. Not to say I don't want to, but I'm like, that time that I'm laying in the spa, I could be fixing my email. I could be doing this. Anyone want to chime in on taking care of physical and mental well-being? If so, on Mike.
It is totally important to take care of physical and mental. If you're all work and no play, you're going to become boring one day. So let's not do that, Star. You got to shine like a diamond. So, it's a time and place for everything. So we know. First of all, you guys need to unmic because today it starts Tina's birthday. All right.
Can I get a birthday song from you, Babs? Can I get a quick birthday song, Babs, since you're our vocal coach?
Of course. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tina. Happy birthday to you.
I love it. Thank you, Babs. That's my good friend. She's going to Dubai today, guys. I was like, send me pictures. Let me be there. Have fun in Dubai. Okay, we have 5 minutes, guys. I have 2 more tips from the wonderful Michelle McClain. Make sure you go to her website, michellemcclain.com. That's who this segment is brought to you by. I wish I could claim that these ideas came from me. We're just in that same lane. And as I was reading this, like I said, it's like, wow, our lives are so parallel. Hers was the suicide of her husband. For me, it was the death of my son. With that being said, I wrote a book. It's called No More Trauma. I'm sure my girl Renee is going to put it in the chat, or someone will. You can go to my website, www.imstarstina.com, stars with a Z, so you can get a copy of the book. And in this book, it's for anyone, and I'm going to give you tips, tools, and strategies to thrive in life. We don't want to survive. We want to thrive, right? So tip number 6 is learn new skills and seek professional development opportunities. Use your rock bottom experience as an opportunity to expand your skill set and invest in personal developments. This room, Breakfast with Champions, LinkedIn people, are you here? YouTube people, are you here? Facebook people, get on Clubhouse. Join Breakfast with Champions. We're here Monday through Saturday, 4 a.m. all the way till about 11, 12 some days, because we just get it popping over here. Identify the areas where you'd like to grow and pursue relevant courses, workshops, and certificates. Stop making excuses. This is a no excuse lifestyle, okay? If you want to be successful, put in the freaking work. Decide what you want to do, make a plan, and then do it. Learning new skills not only enhances your employability, but it also boosts your self-confidence and opens doors for new opportunities. All the personal growth I've been doing is opening so many doors. Leaders are readers. I'm not saying you have to read a book, but get an Audible, get something. When you're talking, what are you talking about? It's so funny. I was talking to my girlfriend and she was like, yeah, such and such is talking. What are they talking about? Like, if you're watching TV all day long, watching Andy Griffith, just sitting, twiddling your thumbs on Instagram, what could a conversation with you be like? I don't want to talk to you. What are you going to tell me about? No, leaders are readers. Okay, I got to go quick. Number 7, here we go. Cultivate resilience and embrace a growth mindset. I repeat, a growth mindset. Fixed mindset is someone that comes up with excuses. Fixed mindset is someone who likes to blame other people. All right? Be accountable. I did this. I apologize. I should have done this. I could be better. Growth mindset is when you're growing. Think of that rubber band. When you stretch that rubber band, it never gets back small, right? So when you have your goals, when you have your dreams, like I'm getting that plane, I'm getting that private jet, I've stretched, I've seen that. Building resilience is key to bouncing back from rock bottom. Embrace the belief that setbacks are temporary and that you have the capacity to overcome them. You can overcome everything, guys. You just have to choose to make a decision. Adopt a growth mindset that focuses on learning, adaptability, and the continuous improvement. We are always improving ourselves. Surround yourself with people that are going to challenge you. Surround yourself with people that are doing the damn thing. Okay? If you're surrounding yourself with people that are just blah, 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 you're going to do blah, 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 blah. See challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. And maintain a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. So let me round these up. Today we're talking about 7 tips for rebuilding from rock bottom because we all hit rock bottom. Number 1, embrace self-compassion and acceptance. Number 2, seek support from loved ones or a supporting network. Number 3, reflect and learn from the experience. Number 4, small achievable goals. Number 5, take care of your physical and mental well-being. Number 6, learn new skills or seek personal development opportunities. And number 7, cultivate resilience and embrace a growth mindset. These 7 tips have been brought to you by the beautiful, the wonderful, the amazing Michelle McClain. I got to cover for her today. I am Stars Tina, your life and health coach. I open up these doors Monday morning, 5 a.m. I hope to see you then. This Saturday, I have an event coming up. It's called Hope for the Holidays. You can go to my Instagram and get all the information or go to my website, www.IamStarsTina, stars with a Z, because when you reach for the moon, if you fall, you are still amongst the stars. This event this weekend is for anyone that's going through some type of challenging times during the holidays. Maybe you're a little sad and you don't really know how to have that bounce back. You don't have that resilience. Join us this Saturday. We're having a gingerbread building party afterwards. And I want you to remember one more thing before I get out of here. You are amazing. I'm throwing the mic up in the air. Who's going to catch it like you just don't care? Who's catching the mic? Woo, woo. Who's?
Sister Megan DiMartino.
Hey,